afternoon again. It's me, Mr. Alex, and today we have another lesson. So I want to change your perspective towards your English. I understand that some of you, from what I read from the surveys, have had trouble with your English in the past. Maybe because you had bad teachers or because you didn't have access, and some of you create some resistance towards the language because of bad circumstances. And I want to change that perspective. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is making mistakes. Since most of us, or in the classroom I mean, don't have a real good grip on the English language and you're not fluent in your writing or reading skills or listening or speaking, I want to encourage you guys to make mistakes. Here is the place to make mistakes. I would celebrate if somebody says something or writes something in the group chat of WhatsApp and it's wrong. Let's celebrate. Let's clap, okay? Why? Because it's the opportunity to learn, and I need you to feel comfortable when making mistakes. A lot of people are afraid of making mistakes, and I want to take that away. I make mistakes as well. We're not born perfect, and the best way to learn is to make mistakes. So please, go ahead and write whatever you feel, say whatever you want to say, and if you make a mistake, I can correct you, or any of my classmates can correct you as well. So if you consider if you have good English speaking, writing, and etc., you can help your classmates and correct them in the WhatsApp group. For example, if they say something in English and you know it's written wrong or there's a grammar mistake or anything, just correct it. We're here to learn from each other, okay? So please, let's do that. Okay, so yesterday I spent a couple of hours reviewing 48 surveys from you guys. I know it's around 60 students. I'm up to 48 and I think I've received around 51 responses to the moment of this recording. So I want to talk about some students so you can see that I really care about who you are. These students feel that maybe teachers should have more empathy with the students, that the teachers should wear the shoes of the students more often. And I want to show you that I'm doing it. But people like Claudia González, Andrés Vázquez, Jessica Pereira, Verónica Pochet, Pau Higuera, María Isabel Esis. These people express the same opinion as to maybe teachers should take into account what the students are going through, right? So please let me know if I'm doing it or not, and how well am I doing it. It is important for me that you understand that I can put myself in your shoes and understand that this semester is completely new and that we have to be flexible about what are we going to do, okay? So I have another set of students that some of them have really good English skills and some of them regular English skills, but they are afraid of the spotlight. For example, standing up in front of a class and speaking in English, or in front of a crowd, or making a presentation. I want these people to be encouraged to make mistakes. When you try something for the first time, you might feel scared, and let's just feel that. It's like when I'm going to go skydiving. Of course that I'm scared. I'm still scared every time I jump, but I assume that risk because the reward is even better. So, for example, Mariana Luciani, perfect English skills. She feels that sometimes the English spotlight might be a little tense, okay? Fabiana Olmos, Fabricio Alvarez, very honest guy, by the way, thank you. And Ashley Gomez, Jessica Araujo. I want all of you to try in my class because I'm trying this new method. I want you to all try to speak in English in front of us. For example, making a little video or doing something in English for us, because it's important. You guys take these risks. Once you do, you're going to feel more comfortable taking the risk in the future. So, I got you there. And I have another group of students that express something very important, which is meeting people. Guys, this is one of the most important things about your college life is the people that you're going to meet. With these people, you can create a future together, okay? With these people, you're going to work. You guys are going to be the elite of the country, okay? You have very, very, very important knowledge here, okay? Compared to the rest of the population in Venezuela. So consider you guys very lucky. And the people that you meet during your university are going to be there for your entire life. So I encourage you to get to know everybody. as best as you can. Through distance learning, it's even harder because one of the things we like most about the university is that we get together and we get to know each other personally. Through distance learning, it's very hard to get to know and meet people. So I want to encourage on this. I think it's fundamental for your great learning process and personal development. These people are Paola Hulsen, Mariana Luciani, Ana Isabel Monroy. They expressed interest in getting to know each other. And I agree so much with you guys. I congratulate you for that. Hagan amiguitos. So, yeah. I was really impressed also with the honesty of Fran Garrido and Fabricio Alvarez. By the way, I want to hear your chopper sound. I jump from choppers, helicopters. So yeah, I would like to hear that, how you make that sound. And yeah, Franca and Fabricio were very honest about their English skills and how they feel about the subject. I want to change your perspective. Thank you for being honest. I will always be honest with you guys as well. Okay, another interesting point that was brought up by Nadia, our class representative, is that not everybody in this classroom has the same English skills. And I want you to understand that I, as a teacher, understand this point. For me, it is very important that everybody, regardless of their English level, okay, has to improve their English in order to pass this class. It is not fair for somebody who's fluent in English to just pass this subject because I'm already fluent in English. If you're here and taking this subject, take advantage of it. And if you don't have any English skills, we're going to begin with the ABC and the vowels and the verb to be. And when you leave this course, you have to improve your English. I want you to understand that I will assess you on your specific English skills. So when I see that somebody has an essay that is very poorly written, it was probably by somebody who doesn't have many English skills. So I will run diagnostics, I will see who is at what level, maybe I'll run another survey, and I can address you individually. Everybody is a single and unit, okay? Nobody is the same. I'm not gonna assess you all like if you were at this level in one line. No, all of you are at different levels. And this semester, through distance learning, it's gonna be even harder. So I just want you to improve from your current level to a better level by the end of the semester. And I'm sure you're gonna be able to do it. If you do it, don't worry about the grade. You'll pass this class, okay? Okay, so I wanna talk about learning societies. This is the method that I use to teach. Usually, I believe that the best way to learn is through doing. Obviously, you can learn through watching and through listening, but I feel that when you address and work on something, it's the best way to learn. So I usually work in something that I call learning societies. These would be groups made out of the people in our classroom, groups of 4 or groups of 5, where, for example, today we're going to work in learning societies. And you get with your group, I give and provide some content for you to study, for example, the verb to be, just to say something. And every group will study this content individually. People will read in the group what the subject is about. So the first step of learning society is reading, studying individually. Once you study individually, you go to step 2. Step 2 would be to discuss. So the people in this learning society will discuss what was we studied and we were reading. So how did the article begin? It began with this, and what happened then? This, until the closure of the whole content that was provided by the teacher. After you guys discussed, you have to produce. What are you going to produce? Whatever the teacher tells you. For example, I could tell you, I want you to make a 20-line summary with 5 keywords. And this learning society will get together and develop a 20-line summary plus 5 keywords to be handed in to the teacher. After you finish producing, you share. You have it over to the teacher shows the results to the classroom, and I correct. I serve as a guide. For example, let's see the summary made by this group. 20 lines or 10 lines, whatever it is, and I show the results, and people can learn from each other. to see what they were producing. So a learning society is basically a way of learning where the teacher doesn't stand in front of you guys and just talks and talks and talks and talks and you guys take notes. No. I give you the responsibility of learning this content and teaching it to the rest of us. My role is to serve as a guide. And I have several people here that like new learning methods. Alejandra Gomez, she expressed how she is interested in new learning methods. Not only that the teacher stands in front of the classroom and you guys take notes, more about learning new ways of learning. Okay, so the Learning Society method is something that I've been using for a couple of years now, and the challenge I have now is to work as a learning society virtually or distance learning. And we're going to do this, guys, and you guys are going to help me accomplish this goal. And we're going to have a new learning method where you guys take control of the content and you guys teach it to the rest of us, and I serve as a guide. That is the best way I consider you guys can learn. And I'm a teacher, so I think I know what I'm doing. So yeah, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the importance of group work. So I noticed with we're gonna go over the results of the surveys that I have up to now together. But I wanna just say that I noticed a lot of you guys don't like to work in pairs or in groups. What I call a loner. You guys like to work alone, and this is troublesome. I get worried about this because in the future, the importance of group work is so huge. Collaborative learning, this is where we're going. In the future, you cannot make it by yourself. So these people that have been answering the question whether they like to work alone, in pairs, or in groups, the people that answer that they want to work alone have to make a big effort. Like the effort that I'm making with you guys through this distance learning, I want you to put the same amount of effort into working in pairs and in groups. Because this is a fundamental standard that you have to have. So remember, please make that effort. All of those that consider that doing work alone is better have to start changing the way of thinking into working at least in pairs, and better if you like to work in groups. All those people that answered that they like to work in groups, it is an amazing ability, okay? So now let's go over the results of the surveys together to see where we're standing. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna share the results with you guys, and this is a new method for me where I am trying to record my screen on my laptop while I'm recording on the camera, so that I can have, with my chroma key, the laptop right here, and you can see the results with me while I am recording with this camera, okay? So let's be patient. This is the first try, and I want to do my best, okay? So I know I'm going to be improving, but I think this is amazing if I can work on my computer and you guys can see what I'm looking at here, okay? So let's do this. Recording. Control N to stop. Okay, so I'm recording. So, yeah, here are the results of the surveys. The first important question you guys should know is, what is the best way to get in touch with you outside of school, with you guys? I think I did this question wrong because phone, for me, was different applications of the phone and calling. But for example, WhatsApp, I would include it in that phone category. Email and text. Text, I was talking about SMS, text. And a lot of people answered that. I want to make sure that, did I do the question correct, or did I make a mistake right there? Because it says that 47% of the people, up to now, 51 responses, 47% would like to contact through the phone. I don't know if that is WhatsApp or calls. 19% would be emails only, and 33.3% through SMS. I would like to see your comments down below to see if I did this question wrong, because yeah, I think there was maybe a misunderstanding because of how I did the question, okay? So let's see. The next question, do you enjoy reading? Okay, so you got 51 responses. We have one person said 1, like they don't like reading at all. 6 people, they don't really like it that much. 16 people were at number 3, 17 people at number 4, and 11 people love reading out of the 51. I think this is a really good standard because you guys study mass communication. Reading is very important for your career. So those people that are 3 and 4 and 5, I think you are where you need to be. So that's a reflection so you guys can see. Also, what else? No, these are opinions. Do you enjoy writing? So nobody said that they don't like it at all. 6 people don't like it that much. So 17 people, it's an average, like or not. And 15 really like it, and 13 love writing, which is a lot. And it makes a lot of sense if you're studying mass communication. Reading and writing is very important. I like to see those high numbers at 4 and 5. Good job. Let's see. No, these are the reasons. Let's continue. So, how do you think you learn best? So, 50% like to see a lot. So I think this method works a lot. 45% like to listen a lot. They're really good. These are probably musicians. People who like music are usually very auditive. And the majority of you guys, 70%, because yeah, you can answer more than one time. Out of all the responses, 70% has doing, which is what I really want to do with the Learning Society. Here you take the content yourself, you work it with your group, you produce something, you show it to the classroom, we all correct you guys, and I serve as a guide. So yes, we're going to learn through doing, and this is what you guys want. So, good. Let's see. The next, do you work best when? Working alone. 40% practically. That is too much. I got worried about this. We had a conversation a few minutes ago about this. So yes, a lot of people like to work alone. We have to change that. We have to reduce that to 20 at least. We have 33.3% that like working in groups. These guys are rock for me. Like, this is an ability or a skill that you need for your future work. After you finish college, if you don't know how to work in groups, you're gonna be done. So awesome for those 33.3%. And those that like to work in pairs, it's better than working alone, and develop this talent, okay? So yes, good for that. Next one, you don't need that, that's personal. When you want to learn how to do something outside of school, what do you do? So YouTube is a big one. With 41 clicks, we have Google search with 36 clicks. We have asking a friend with 27 clicks. 6 people said that they would post a question on social media. 8 people said that they would contact the teacher. And we have 8 people that they have another method. I would like to know what they are. If you're one of those 8 people, please leave a comment so I can know what other methods you enjoy. So, how important do you think technology skills are to your success in college and career setting? 66.7% it says it's absolutely necessary to success. And 33.3% think it's helpful. Thank God nobody said that it's not important. Just a good reflection right there. If you have any comments about this, let us know. Comments down below, please. The more you comment, the more contact, the more I get to know you. Do you have a smartphone or device with internet access? Yes, everybody has it. Do you have a device with an internet connection at home? We have 4 students that don't have internet connection at home. This is something that I have to consider. It's very important. So don't think that I'm not going to consider this, you guys, those 4 guys. Let's see, what else? Last year, how much time did you spend completing college work on a typical evening? So, 30 minutes or less, 7%. I like that. 1 hour, 30%. 2 hours, 35%. 3 hours, it doesn't really say. Why not? Oh yes, we have 7.8%, which is 8%. And more than 3 hours, 20%. You guys are great students, guys. Like, I'm amazed at how much time you invest on on your work, on your college work. This is very important. It's your career, it's your future. I hope you guys are here because you love the career. And it's never too late to change if you don't like it. I changed from my career of business to education because you have to find your calling, okay? So I congratulate you. I can see you guys work a lot. So how effective do you think homework is at helping you develop skills and be more academically successful? So we have nobody at 1, 2 people with 2, 16 people or 31% consider that it's important, or like average important, 22 people consider that it's very important, and 11 think it's fundamental for you guys to grow. So that is a good graph right there. Okay, so what else? So last semester, what percentage of the class time you were expected to sit quiet and listen to the teacher talk? This is important. So I am the kind of teacher that doesn't like to stand in front of the class and talk. You guys take notes, as already mentioned. I'm more of you work, I guide. This is the best way to learn, through doing. This was all over the place. I imagine that you guys didn't work together in all the classrooms because a lot of people answered differently. And I encourage that the teachers don't work so much in that sense of standing up and teaching the content, vomiting content on the students, and the students writing down whatever he's saying. I don't like that. For me, it would be amazing if 10 to 30% of the time the teacher would talk, but the rest should be yours, where you guys experiment, you guys teach, you guys work. So, parts of the UCAB, we don't want to know about that. And let's see what else. These are our personal. Okay, so that would be it. Let me stop the recording right here. It's 8 minutes, stop. Okay, so I think I did a good job there. Screencasting what I was watching on my laptop while I was talking to you guys. This is all new for me. I'm trying my best for you. And I think if I can get the hang of it, we'll be doing more of that. So before we close, it's important for me to let you know that we have to make learning society groups. These are groups of 5 people. Since we're distance learning, I still don't know you very well. I would like you to make the groups by yourselves. Okay? I'm not sure how we're going to do this. Maybe I'm going to ask Nadia to help me because maybe she knows you a little bit better. But yeah, this is a goal we have. We have to make groups. These learning society groups are going to be assigned the content of this subject. For example, all the items that supposedly the teacher teaches are going to be assigned to these learning society groups, and the learning society groups will have to make videos of this content teaching English to the rest of us. Obviously, I will work there to help you guys. And we're going to see this maybe on YouTube. That's my plan. So you guys make a short video, maybe a 5 to 10 minute video explaining content of this subject with your learning society group. You publish that on YouTube, and that would be that 20% of the evaluation plan. So yes, that's that. I also left you guys on Google Classroom a very simple ABC activity you have to do for homework. It's individual work. Here I can listen to your pronunciation, and please follow directions carefully. It's very important that you read carefully what the instructions are, and it's just very simple homework. Please, I'm going to give you at least a week to make it, and it shouldn't take you more than 20-30 minutes to do this activity, okay? So check it out. And to finish off, there are some interesting things that I want to know. Adriana, do you still swim? I am a swimmer every morning. Sports Center Los Naranjos. Well, not in quarantine, but I love swimming, and I can't swim. I'm sure I don't swim as good as you do, but I want to. Madeline, please, I want to see a bad joke. And I want to hear Oriana Villanueva laughing, okay? I believe that she has a really loud and powerful laugh. So yes. And, well, yeah, that would be it for today. Thank you guys very much. Remember, let's try to organize to make learning society groups. And please do your homework on Google Classroom. See you next Tuesday at 3 p.m. with another video. We should assign the different content to your learning society groups. So thank you guys. Bye-bye.